We're recording.
Okay.
Welcome
everyone.
to the September Millennial Experiment.
September, a new month coming. September is coming.
New you.
That's a Game of Thrones reference, by the way.
Oh my gosh. No one watches Game of Thrones.
This is a millennial podcast. And
I don't think that has any viewers.
We watch Game of Thrones.
Every viewer except for me. That's the problem.
Game of Thrones has changed our generation. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. We can have a Game of Thrones podcast. I'm sure there is actually probably a podcast on Game of Thrones. Check it out.
Oh, the nerd level would be so overwhelming. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so what's good? What's up? What's our plan, man?
I don't know. We were talking a little bit earlier, and we just want to get on and record and tell you guys what we're thinking. We put out a lot of content. We talked. We did quite a few episodes on our own. We did quite a few episodes, 4 or 5 interviews. Went down that route. But the original idea of what we wanted for our audience was to have them involved in our experiments, is that you and I do this on a daily basis or on a monthly basis, I guess, and try to make ourselves better. And so we just want to, like you and I were talking, include everybody in that. And I don't think the way we were formatting our podcast was doing that correctly.
Yeah, I mean, we've learned a lot from this whole millennial experiment, and our original mission to get on and give you guys these experiments, to do them, stay accountable, wasn't what we expected, but we definitely learned a lot over the course of this. And I think that we want to really kind of go back to the core of what we were originally thinking, which was do these experiments. We're going to pick a topic for the month of September, and really try a bunch of new things. Corey and I are constantly doing things in our day-to-day. We're thinking of new things, listening to podcasts, listening to books, reading. Things come up in our minds all the time. We want to be able to share those things with you, but also show you guys the experiments that we wanted to do and help us all become better. I mean, that was the goal.
Yeah, that's our goal for ourselves. And so this, like you said, this whole thing was an experiment for us, and we want to be able to show you guys what we're doing on a daily basis or a weekly basis. Our solution that we came up with that is we want the experiments in our lives, and we want to be able to share that with everybody. And so I think what we want to do is have an experiment, like a month, like a broad topic. So we're going to do, for the month of September, we want our experiments to revolve around contentment and gratitude. And in order for us to show you what we're doing on a daily and weekly basis, we want to make sure that you guys are following us on our Facebook page, Instagram, because that's where we're going to hide during the month. So we're going to put out a podcast the first of the month, September 1st. Right. This podcast, and say contentment and gratitude is our overarching idea. Here's what we want. Here's what contentment means. Here's what gratitude means. And we'll get to that here shortly. And then throughout the month, we're going to get on there and tell you guys what we're doing from a day-to-day basis. Here's an experiment we're trying. Before we try it, during the experiment, afterwards, maybe it'll be a day, maybe it'll be 3 days. We want you guys to follow it. Hopefully do it yourself. If you're not comfortable with that one, wait for us to do something else. We're just going to try different things throughout the month to get you guys involved in what we're doing, just in a normal day-to-day life, at work, at the gym, with our kids, soccer practice, whatever.
Yep. So you could see what good millennials look like.
Exactly.
We're the picture-perfect example of what millennials look like, people. That's the reason why. But like, seriously though, like, I think contentment and gratitude is such a good one, because let's be honest, most millennials ungrateful little spoiled brats. And
Is that a Game of Thrones reference or
no, this is the
no? Okay,
facts.
sorry.
It's the
Okay, sorry.
facts.
I thought
It is such a good one because it's a good foundation, not just for millennials, for everybody, but particularly in our generation, the me thing. I mean, you've heard of that, the me generation. It's such a good foundation for us for every other thing. Like if you can become more gratitude or content with your
gracious.
life,
Yeah.
gracious, it's gonna feed into everything else, your finances, your relationships, your career, all that other thing, all these things. It's a really solid foundation. So that's kind of what we were thinking to start off with September with.
So the two social media outlets that we're going to focus on, because we're the most used to them, and I think it provides the video content that we're looking for, or the video outlet we're looking for, is going to be Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, I thought we were doing MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. You would definitely be on my top 5 though, for sure, bro.
That's
like. Yeah, probably if it was top, I might have to make top 8, put you on like the first row, but I got to make sure like Lauren's, my wife's there for sure. And then, some of my family members, but oh my God, the younger millennials are like, MySpace? Like what?
There's a MySpace? What
does that even mean?
Yeah,
hey,
Facebook,
MySpace
Instagram.
paved the way for Facebook. Let's just be
for sure.
real.
No, for sure.
Facebook and Instagram, live stories or live feeds, stories, posts. That's where we're gonna try to live during the month. In between releasing these episodes on the first of every month with an encompassing experiment for the month. Nothing specific, but nothing broad, to just experiment in all facets of life. This is what we're going to focus on, and we hope you guys. I mean, that's where our goal is.
Exactly, and it's not. Our mission statement is still the same. It's just us realigning things and trying new things and testing the waters. I mean, if for us, when we got into this, there was no we had nothing to lose, only stuff to gain. And then this is just an opportunity. Like if you're going on a track and something's not working, you don't give up. You're just changing it up, and that's what we're doing.
Pivot,
and it's fun for us. Podcasting is so great for us, and we learn so much, and we're still love the podcast. But now we're just creating an all-encompassing view for Millennial Experiment, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So
yeah. And to throw a wrench in it, we might actually still do some interviews, and I like them because I think there's a lot to learn there,
so much,
especially in the millennial space. And so,
exactly,
I think we'll still do them, but we're not going to have a schedule for it. I think we failed a little bit on having a specific schedule, and so what we're giving you now is that our schedule. We're going to release a podcast once a month to tell you what we're doing for the month. And then there will most likely be some other releases during the month of some other content, maybe some of our thoughts too. But, daily content on Facebook and Instagram of ways that you can implement experiments into your own life to get better results.
Right. Yep.
That's it.
Sounds legit, man.
That's all I got.
Sentiment and gratitude. I'm grateful for you.
I'm content for you.
Content
about our friendship.
I'm content with my friendship.
All right.
I think we should
end there.
All right. This is a one-way street. Okay.
Why can't you be more content about me not being grateful?
I'm content with Corey's mediocre view of our friendship.
Exactly.
All right. Peace.